Every time I look in a mirror, a pale white hand is reaching toward my shoulder, no matter which mirror I look in. Mai, 2 years into her first office job, felt something wrong the day she moved into her new apartment. Looking in the bathroom mirror, she had the vague sense that something was behind her. But when she turned around, nothing was there. One morning, looking closely at the mirror, she noticed something. There was something white behind her right shoulder. Squinting, she made out the shape of white fingers. A hand, someone's pale white hand, reaching toward Mai's shoulder. She looked away from the mirror, turned around, nothing there. She looked back at the mirror. The hand was gone. The next day the hand was back. This time it had reached as far as her neck. She used her phone to take a selfie in the mirror. In the photo, there was no hand. But with her own eyes, she could clearly see it. She asked a friend to come over and look with her. Her friend couldn't see anything, but Mai could see the hand perfectly. She went to a doctor thinking it might be stress. All tests came back normal. A month passed. The hand had crept steadily closer. Now it was close enough to almost touch her shoulder. Yet no matter how many times she spun around, nothing touched her. She draped cloth over every mirror in the apartment. For a week, it was peaceful. Then one night she uncovered a mirror, and saw the hand again. It had moved even closer during the week the mirrors were covered. Even when she wasn't watching, the hand kept moving. She still lives with every mirror covered in her apartment. But one day, the hand may finally reach her. The next story is about a man who found a stranger's face in his bathroom mirror. The moment I looked in the bathroom mirror, the face looking back was not mine, but it moved exactly as I did. Office worker Naoki was brushing his teeth at the bathroom sink one morning. He glanced up at the mirror to check his reflection as usual. But the face looking back at him was not his own. A middle-aged woman's face was brushing teeth in exact sync with his movements. He rinsed his mouth. The face in the mirror rinsed too. He rubbed his eyes. The face rubbed its eyes. "This is not my face," Naoki confirmed to himself. A woman he had never seen before was perfectly tracing his every movement. He struck the mirror with his fist. The face in the mirror flinched as if startled. He fled the bathroom. At work, he checked a mirror. His own face looked back. He breathed with relief. But when he came home and looked in the bathroom mirror, the woman's face was there again. The woman's face looked at him, and smiled. He bought a new mirror. The new mirror showed the same woman's face. He checked his phone's front camera. The camera showed his own face normally. Only the bathroom mirror showed the woman's face. He consulted a psychic. The psychic asked, "Does this woman seem familiar to you at all?" Naoki researched the apartment's previous tenants. He found that a middle-aged woman had died alone in this room, the tenant 3 before him. Her body was not discovered until weeks after her death. Naoki moved out immediately. But in the bathroom mirror of his new apartment, the same woman's face appeared. He still does not know who she is or why she follows him. The next story is about a mirror that reassembles overnight and traps a woman in the same day forever. I smashed the mirror. When I woke the next morning, the mirror was whole again, and the same day started over. University student Ri noticed an old standing mirror in her new apartment when she moved in. She asked building management to remove it, but they refused. She decided to leave it where it was for now. On the first night, walking past the mirror, she noticed her reflection moved half a second too late. She waved her hand. Her reflection waved back, half a second after. Frightened, she draped cloth over the mirror. A noise woke her in the middle of the night. The cloth had fallen off. Now her reflection was moving before she did. Her reflection raised its hand before she raised hers. She decided to smash the mirror. She hit it with a hammer until it shattered. She bagged the pieces and set them by the door to throw away in the morning. When she woke the next morning, the standing mirror was back in its place, perfectly intact. The bag of shards was gone. She smashed it again. Again it was whole the next morning. Then she realized, the next morning was always the same morning. The day of the week never changed. The date on the calendar never changed. The news outside was always the same content. She was trapped in an endlessly repeating single day. She stopped smashing the mirror. If smashing it reset the day, maybe leaving it whole would let her move forward. The following morning, the calendar date changed for the first time. But in the mirror that morning were words, "Smash the mirror." The message was written from the inside of the glass. Something inside the mirror wanted her to smash it. Smashing it resets the day. Why would it want that? She is still trying to find the answer. The next story is about a woman whose bathroom mirror opened into the ruins of her own future. Late at night, my bathroom mirror reflected a room that was completely different from the one I was standing in. Designer AI finished late-night work and headed to the bathroom. She went to wash her hands and glanced at the bathroom mirror. The bathroom shown in the mirror was different from the one she was standing in. In the mirror, the wallpaper was yellowed and the faucet was rusted. But the bathroom in front of her was perfectly normal. She tilted her head. Her reflection tilted its head. But only the background behind the reflection was different. She touched the mirror surface. It felt like ordinary glass. But the moment her fingertip touched the glass, her fingertip went through to the other side. Her finger entered the world inside the mirror. She felt cold air from beyond. She pushed her whole hand through. Her arm entered the other side. She touched the rusted faucet in the mirror world. It was real and solid. Driven by curiosity, she pushed her head through the mirror. The other side smelled of mold and decay. It was a ruin of a bathroom. Looking down the corridor beyond, the apartment that should have been hers was old and crumbling. From the next night, she began peering into the mirror world every night. She realized, the mirror showed her own apartment, decades into the future, in ruins. One night, she saw a figure standing in the corridor of the mirror world. An old woman with white hair turned around. It was AI's own aged face. The old AI said, "Do not come here. This is the future. Once you enter, you cannot return. I am the proof of that. I wandered in and have been trapped here for years. I cannot get out. You can still escape. Leave now." AI recoiled from the mirror. She covered it with cloth and never looked again. When she moved out, she encased the mirror in concrete before disposing of it. But sometimes in dreams her aged self appears and says, "Come through. Come to me." The next story is about a woman whose deceased grandmother appeared in her mirror. The morning after my grandmother died, she was standing in the bathroom mirror, smiling and waving at me. University student Yurei came home after her grandmother's funeral feeling utterly broken. Her grandmother had been the most important person in her life. The next morning, Yurei went to the bathroom to wash her face. Her grandmother was standing in the mirror. Not behind Yui's reflection, she existed independently within the mirror's own space. Her grandmother was smiling and waving at her. Yurei spun around. No one was there. She looked back at the mirror. Her grandmother was still there. "Grandma," Yurei said. Her grandmother moved her lips, but there was no sound. Yurei tried to read the lips. It looked like she was saying, "It's all right." Yurei collapsed crying in front of the mirror. Her grandmother watched with a sad but gentle expression. The next day, and the day after, each morning, her grandmother appeared in the mirror. Every morning the same warm smile, the same wave. "Grandma, why are you still here?" Yui asked. Her grandmother moved her lips. It looked like she was saying, "I'm worried about you." Slowly, Yui began to find her balance again. A month later, Yui looked at the mirror and said, "I'm okay now, Grandma." Her grandmother nodded with what looked like deep satisfaction. For the first time, she turned to face a different direction in the mirror. She walked away into the depths of the mirror, and was gone. From the next morning, her grandmother no longer appeared in the mirror. Yui began saying, "I'm off," to the mirror every morning when she left. Her grandmother is no longer there, but looking in the mirror always fills her with warmth. And yet sometimes she can't shake the feeling that something else is lurking in the depths of the mirror. Perhaps something else came through with her grandmother from the other side.